Cortez driving straight to Benjamin Asari. You can always trust him now. He wants to quickly initiate a move. Now he finds Rocky Jamna. He's back on the pitch. Rocky Jamna with a long one looking for Hamza Isad. Atinga is approaching Hamza with a one-time effort that ended up purposeless for the Phobians.
That was bizarre decision making there from Hamza. He looked on, saw the man approaching, Vincent Atinga, pressure on him, but he had all the time in the world to put out a very good cross for the on-rushing COMOROS inside the penalty area. It's quite surprising that ball went wide. Decision making needs to be better.
Referee whistles has the advantage now. Jamna. Wayo goes past his marker. Mauli Wayo tried the cutback and it's an own goal. Bibiani Gold Stars have conceded. The pressure has paid off. The final touch came off Gideon Anaba. And Hartsabok finally are in the lead here at the Accra Sports Stadium against the Bibiani Gold Stars. It was Mauli Wayo's effort, but it came off Gideon Anaba, and Kobe looked dejected. It's has one. Gold Stars, nil.
It wasn't one of the best head balls there, but look at Wayo cleverly striving past. Vincent Atinga got himself into a very good area. He was looking for the cutback for COMOROS, but Anaba with an outstretched leg deflected it off into his own goal. You can blame Kobe for this, but Hartsabok have worked for this. They've been the dominant side and they've put themselves in the lead rightfully.
For the Phobians, they wouldn't mind if the credit goes to Wayo for the goal or it's credited to Anaba as an on goal. But hey, it was Wayo's effort that was directed into the back of the net. I think Wayo gets this one as a goal.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's credited to him. He was aiming for target and it was just pushed or helped in time.
Brilliant skill by Hussein. He's got Prince Owusu in front of him. Hussein Owusu bundled over the ball by the men in green and yellow. 41 minutes, 4 away from the break. Hearts 1, Gold Stars 0. Atinga's clearance only as far as Rafa Lamponsa. Here is Hussein. Gold Stars have a man down. Hussein sends the cross in. So the goal is credited to Mauli Wayo. His second of the season, Wayo, after scoring breakroom against Chelsea. This one that was helped in by Anaba has been credited to Mauli Wayo. And so it's Hartsabok 1, Gold Stars 0. Goal scored by Mauli Wayo.
Just like you said, the Phobians wouldn't mind how the ball entered the net. Once it's a goal that credits their score, they'll be glad. They've been dominant possession-wise. They've been creating all the best goal-scoring opportunities. The wet goalkeeper Emmanuel Kobe enough. And once Mauli Wayo got himself in that position, he knew exactly what to do, and he's found the opener. Quite unfortunate, Vincent Atinga going too early down, and that gave Wayo that opportunity to get the ball past him to score.
Hussein. Rocky Jamna again is that one looking for Wayo, and Ajiman will not take chances this time. He wins the goal kick off the last touch from Mauli Wayo. 42 minutes at the Accra Sports Stadium. Hearts 1, Gold Stars 0.
Very little breather for Gold Stars. Every time they have the ball, there's pressure from the Phobians, forcing them to misplace passes, forcing them to make errors. And that has been the tale of this afternoon. Gold Stars seems to be in 6s and 7s, not knowing what to do, how to keep the ball, how to get back into the game. It's been a missing midfield that has been dominated by Jamina, Hussein and Amponsan.
Amon Kote. For it to Amon Kote. Here is Barry Maba. Kote. Kunto loses possession to Amponsan. Here is Hamza Issa. Fouled by Ofori. Claiming innocence. Doesn't agree with the decision of Nunu. But Ofori will just have to accept it because the argument won't change anything. 44 minutes now in Accra. 1 more minute before the end of the 45 minutes, and Hazabok hang on to that Mauliwayo goal.
The Phobians are happy to have this. They'll be glad to go into the tunnel with the lead. They've created lots of goal scoring opportunities. Should have been up by at least 2 goals. But once it's 1, they wouldn't mind. It's still 3 points and a lead for them.
Hamza Issa, Rocky Jamina, he can shoot from this range, but decides to go to Amankwa Befi. Befi steps forward. Befi with a ball in. Again, Kobe saves with a leg, and Kunto gets it away. Here is Razak Sanu for Gold Stars. Barry Maba with a long section ball, but you can trust Esebe alert on that occasion. Sanu has the ball to his own area. Jamina with a control, and Anaba comes in very strongly to challenge for that one. In his left, Rocky Jamina down. Boys up already. Befi unable to get that one to Wayo. Eduku, little has been seen of him since his introduction. Here is Eduku. Kunto. Eduku, he's lost it out. Amponsan, such a delight to watch in that midfield. All you can do is to bring him down when he's in his elements. Rafal Amponsan, he's brought the needed stability and consistency in that midfield. He seems to be the only mainstay in that midfield that already has Abdul Karim on the sidelines through injury. Great revelation under DJ Dramani this term.
While he nearly lost the spot at the start of the season, David Opoafrani was playing with Hussein and then Karim, but he's picked up the pieces ever since the injury happened to Karim and then Hussein, and he's never looked back. He's been an interesting fellow to watch.
We're already into 1 minute of the 2 additional minutes. Been indicated by 4th referee for Stabasios. The Rainbow lads are leading the Golden Boys from Bibiani. For Hatsabok, they might just be thinking the moment to break that 2-year jinx of not beating Gold Stars in the Premier League, and especially at the Accra Sports Stadium where Gold Stars have won in their last 2 visits. And you know, quite interestingly, last season Mauli Wayo scored the only goal for Gold Stars when they beat Hazabok here, and this season he's put Gold Stars behind and Hazabok ahead with just a few seconds to wrap up the first half.
An interesting turn of fortunes. There seems to be a player who loves this Fisher so much, and he's come to the party. Lots of chances for him, and he's bred with lots of confidence.
Nuno whistles for Gold Stars. Free kick. Kunto to win it for Gold Stars.
He hasn't really been impressive this game.
Barry Maba for Gold Stars on the right side. With the outside of his foot, he finds Sanu. But Amponsan and Esibe combined to get the ball away. Amponsan nearly gave it away. Eduku went down in appeal for a foul, but Nuno will not be deceived.
That was quite clumsy and dangerous there. Rafael Amponsan taking an extra touch inside the penalty area. He nearly gave the ball away, only for Samson Eduku to fall down cheaply.
Barry Maba wins Gold Stars another free kick on the right-hand side. We've done 3 minutes of additional time. We've gone past the original 2 minutes.
That was a very bad challenge there coming in from Ransford Mensah. After losing the ball, he just had to clap his man, bury him about from behind. Seems to be in pain. That wasn't there. Ba had already taken the lead, and that was the start right into his ankle.
Ransford Mensah gets his name in the books of referee Julian Nuno. Yellow card, Hasselburg number 13, Ransford Mensah. Free kick for Gold Stars. Asari will be happy to go into the tunnel. Back in the dressing room for first half without conceding. Something that hasn't happened to him this season. For his delivery. Miscommunication between Atinga and Eduku ends up in a goal kick, and that's the whistle to wrap up the first half here at the Accra Sports Stadium. Hasselburg continuing where they left off from the Golden City Park in Brekum last weekend. At the break, the lead Gold Stars by 1-0. Goal scored by Maoli Wayo. That was helped in by the outstretched leg of Gideon Anaba. They duly deserve to be in the lead. They've been the dominant of the two sides. They've created the most decent goal scoring chances. And at half-time, it's no surprise that Hasselburg lead Gold Stars by 1-0.
It's half-time here at the Accra Sports Stadium, and Hartlepool are leading Bibiani Gold Stars by 1-0 in match day 7 of the Ghana Premier League. Goal scored by Maoli Wayo. His half shot actually came off Michael Anaba and entered into the net of Bibiani Gold Stars. That is why Hartlepool are leading by 1-0. I have with me the assistant coach of Bibiani Gold Stars, Gordon Abolade. Coach, you started very well, kept Hartlepool from getting closer to your goal post, but then you lost concentration at a point.
That is football and it happens. I think in the first half, we started very well, that's how we were saying. But when it gets someplace, they lost concentration, we are down by a goal. So we need to make up, I don't know how to, we need to make sure that we go back to the drawing board and make sure that we strategize very well and come to the second half.
Of course. Now in the second half, what kind of game should we expect from Gold Stars?
We need to work hard and make up to redeem the goal. We're going to carry the day. Make sure that we win today's game. because you are down by a goal to make sure to equalize and win the game.
Thank you very much and wish you all the best for the second half. That is the assistant coach of Bibiani Gold Stars there, Godwin Ablodin. Abdul Ghazali of Heart of Folk would also join me to talk about the first half. Now, coach, you are up by a goal to nil. What kind of game do you anticipate from your opponents when the second half comes up?
Well, I think I'm not surprised about our game first half because we knew they were coming to defend more, even though their back is not well structured. And we know if we are able to put the ball behind them, we have players who can run. We are doing that and we are succeeding. I was thinking that at least by now we should be up by 3 goals. And I'm fully sure that they also go in to change their tactics.
Of course. Now, you are doing a lot of long balls behind the defense. Is it because Atinga is a bit, in terms of his speed, has slowed down a bit? That is why you give that instruction to the boys.
I think their games are our 4 matches. That is the way they have been playing. And we also make sure that at least we get those who can run. Like today, you see that Wayo is running very well. Hamza is running very well, Priest is running very well, and that's our tactics for today. We just want to force them to come forward, then we'll put the ball behind them and then go through them.
Well, wish you all the best for the second half. For second 45 minutes coming up. That is Abdul Ghazali, the assistant coach of Heart of Folk. We take a quick breather here. When we return, Alfred Nelson and Kelvin will join me for the first half analysis.
Yes, I think he was trying to pass the ball, but Anaba got a touch and it resulted in a goal. If you look at his position, all that he wanted to do
second half coming. Goal South will be looking forward to making amends, correcting their flaws from the opening half. Hartlepool determined to keep their clean sheet. Benjamin Asari, very good, and he knows that he needs to keep his defense and very good check not to concede.
Razak Sano kicks off for second half. Barry Maba, Ofori, Anaba, Ajeman. Long one, but not on the same page with the lanky forward Sanu.
Well, the second half would see Hartlepool trying to double up on their lead. They would be very much happy to be consistent and get another goal just like they did in Brecum. Home form tallying with away form increases your chances of winning the Ghana Premier League.
Here is Sibe. Atakumi. Little has been seen of him in this afternoon's fixture. The top scorer for Gold Stars this season. Last season he backed in 11 goals as Gold Stars ramped to win the Premier League. He's begun the season quite well, but he struggled in this game so far. Atakumi. Atinga's ball can find Sanu, but Sanu has been gifted possession by Afrani. Now Kunto. Amon Kote. Ball is headed out by Afrani, and Hussein will take charge. Wayo, Hussein, Beifi. There's a push on Wayo. It's a deliberate foul by Ajiman. Free kick for Hartlepool.
That was needless in there. The tackle wasn't very much expected by Hamza Issa, but once he got in there, Edward Ajiman tried to win the ball and needlessly bundling into his man.
Free kick taken. Anaba doesn't head it clear, but Hartlepool doesn't take the advantage. You're expecting it to be dealt with better by Hamza Issa. Not your tallest of players. Tried to go up for that ball, only to fail to make the most of it. Hussein. It's a clever ball to Prince Owusu down the left hand side. With the outside of his foot, but comes up for the second time. He's getting his header wrong.
Very poor there from Hamza. He knew exactly where he was. He had positioned himself. It was a casual header of the ball when he could have actually taken his time to make a prudent decision. Once again, Kobe nearly giving the ball away.
Eduku. Here is Edward Ajiman. Now he looks it for Kunto. Amon Kote wants options. He sees the movement of Berima Ba, but it's behind some because Berima didn't move. Now Vincent Atinga. Good ball to Ajiman. He sees Atakumi. Yes, he finds Atakumi. Turns around. Eduku. Good 1-2 between Eduku and Atakumi. Here is Eduku. He's stopped by Beifi. And ball is cleared by Wayo. Only as far as Atinga. Now Ajiman. Atakumi with a lovely pass to Kunto. Kunto shoots! And Asari grabs firmly for Hartlepool.
That's the most decent play from Gold Stars throughout the game. Very confident passing of the ball, but that drive from Kote. The goalkeeper Benjamin Asari knew exactly where it was coming. He would love to save this any time. Not so much threatening as it went down through the middle.
The foul against Opon Frane for bringing now Sanu Razak. Afrani and Esebe have done extremely well by dealing with his presence in that area. Way taller than the two, but they've really kept him in check and given him no breathing space, Sanu Razak.
It's quite interesting to see how David Opon-Afrani has gotten back to his best. He came to Hartlepool from Ken Faisal and really didn't look too much convincing, but a breath of fresh air into him by Didi Dramani seemed to be working.
Razak Sanu hits into it by Afrani, who finds Hamza Issa. It's a brilliant turn around Atinga. Now Here is Kobe. They talk something. Here is Rocky Jamna looking for Hamza Issa. Good reaction from Emmanuel Kobe.
That was a very good pass in there. Hamza Issa finding all the loose ends in the Gold Stars team. But that was too heavy a pass for him to latch onto, and clever sweeping by Kobe. He read the situation and came out to pick it up.
Hamza Issa scored just 5 goals in 29 appearances last season for the Phobians. His best season actually came in 2 seasons ago when he scored 13 goals for the Phobians. He's got 1 for them this time. Barry Maban goes past Mensah, sends the cross in, and Sanu Razak and Gold Stars have the equalizer at the Accra Sports Stadium. Samuel Atakumi with his 5th of the season. He's broken the hearts of the Phobians after just 6 minutes of second half action. It's Hazleburg 1, Bibiani Gold Stars 1. It's fair to say Gold Stars worked for this one, but Hazleburg equally gave it away because the defense was clumsy, and Atakumi would not mind. He's equalized. That's the build-up from Bermaba.
Very intelligent play there from Gold Stars. Once they won the free kick, it was a quick free kick that was taken. Bermaba got the ball, straight past his man. Rafael Amponsa was late. Sanu with the back flick there. Then once Atakumi got in front of the goalkeeper, he just had to touch home with the help of Benjamin Asari.
So those 2 central defenders, both Afrani and Esibe, were unable to make the contact with the ball after that dummy from Sanu Razak, and Atakumi took full advantage and he's made it count. Gold Stars are back in business. Samuel Atakumi with his 5th goal of the campaign this season. He scored 11 goals last season and 5 goals already this season.
He's the go-to man for Gold Stars. Every time he comes to the party, they seem to have their weapons intact. And the second half, they just had to test the Phobian, and they've managed to get the goal.
Mensah can set up no Phobian, and Gold Stars will burst away. Here is Kunto trying to pick out Bar, and Afrani arrives to go to goalkeeper Asari.
Benjamin Asari wouldn't be a happy man. This is the first time he's conceded this season, and an awkward way to concede.
He doesn't take any blame for this goal.
Not at all.
The defenders let him down. They weren't alert enough, and Gold Stars just took advantage. Here is the Albefi. Osei Sibe with a long cross in. Prince Owusu. Mensah goes past Barry Maban and swings in across. It's a decent one, and Kobe with a good save has put a chance. And how did Rocky Jamna miss this opportunity? This is the 2nd time he's gotten a glorious goal scoring opportunity and has flopped it, but this one looked a real good chance for Hartlepool.
That was clever there from Ransford Mensah, getting to the byline, sending it that delivery. It was aiming for the post. Kobe flapping it back into the penalty area. Rocky should have at least hit the target. His body shape and balance couldn't help him pick up the 2nd goal for the Phobians. But Hartlepool inching closer again.
Hartlepool coming close and once again not taking advantage. They've created very, very decent chances this afternoon, but that's a lovely ball from Eduku to Barry Maban on the control now. Goes past Mensah on the left foot and it's straight to Asari.
Benjamin Asari, clever goalkeeping from him. Took his time, not panicking at all. Barry Maban seems to have picked up the 2nd half, coming to the party. He knows exactly where to get the Phobians. He's skillful, he's pacey, and can cause lots of trouble.
Konto wins the ball legitimately according to Nunu, and here is Atakumi. Konto, Amon Kote, that growing in confidence after that equalizer. He wants to try a left-footed effort from that distance, and Rocky Jamina wins at the wicket throw-in.
It's almost becoming the balanced second half. Gold Stars seem to have picked up some lessons. They are much more stronger with their tackles. They are covering all the loose ends, which they failed to cover in the first half.
Triple substitution for the Phobians. It's not really happening for this man. He wanted to prove a point to Gold Stars, but it didn't materialize. Josh Paku will take his place. Enoch Esubontin will equally go in. Kwesi Asma will get his turn. Mauli Wayo, the goal scorer, will exit alongside Rafael Amponsa. Almost like for like substitutions from Masoud Didi Dramani. So, Amponsa replaced by Asma. Esteban takes out Wayo. And Josh Paco takes the place of Edwin Owusu. 1-1 is the scoreline here at the Accra Sports Stadium after some 55 minutes. Here is Paku. Here is Hatsabok looking to make inroads.
And looking back at the substitutions, going line for line, want more strength, fresh legs in there, and a lot more creativity in the Dramani. It's quite early in the second half. I'm sure from the body language of these players, he didn't like it. The reason why he's executed very early subs.
Paco. Good turn around. Anaba sends a cross. Away by Ofori. Jamina. Mensah. Esibe. Hatsabok want to add some urgency after conceding for the first time this season, and Kobe gets that one well covered for Gold Stars.
They are running after every ball, and look at Sanu the second half. He's chasing almost every loose end.
Esibe for Hatsabok, he finds Yaman Kwabefi. Oh, that's a lovely run from Esubontin down the right. He sends the cross in, but the flag was up against Hamza for offside.
That was brilliant there from Subontain, getting past this man quickly. And that was quite a wild decision from Konta to sliding, but intelligent mop up there from Anaba even before Hamza, who was offside, could latch onto the ball. Well, a very good sign of a Subontain, given extra load of what he's capable of.
Kobe's ball in, flicked on by Atakumi. Referee whistles as Gold Stars get the advantage. But Nunu quickly rescinds the decision, and Hatsabok will take possession.
And it's quite an ironical opening to the second half. The first half saw Hatsabok winning most of the fouls in midfield, but it's changed.
Esubontin to Beifi, fouled by Sanu. in a bid to retrieve possession and keep up with the press. He ends up committing a foul on Ayamanko Abefi. George Paku up against Amon Kote. Here is Paku driving forward in confidence. Paku shoots, and Kobe did well to parry that one away for a corner. But that's a very good initiative from George Paku, coming off the bench to have an instant impact.
Intelligent from George Paku, picked up the ball, opened up space. Once he knew nobody was getting close, he decided to drive one. Just bouncing in front of Kobe, but his fingers were enough to parry that ball away, which seemed to be going wide anyways.
Corner, George Paku to take. Paku swings one in and Kobe gets the one away for Gold Stars. Esibe onto it for Hartlepool. Trying to go past Anaba, and he gets the throw for his effort, says Esibe. He will leave that one, as they want to prefer a long throw in by Ransford Mensah instead.
They quickly want to restore the lead. They cannot be taking short throw-ins.
Well, Mensah goes short, and Jamna sends in a cross away by Atenga. Here is Hussein, all the way back to Benjamin Asari. The master of clean sheets finally concedes in the Premier League. Long ball from Asari, headed down by Ofori, and Eduku will take over for Gold Stars. It's a lovely ball to Barry Maba, chasing down the right. Barry Maba, chance, cut back, Atakumi, and it's the second goal for Gold Stars. They've stunned the Phobians at the Accra Sports Stadium. Oh boy, this is a player on fire. A brace from Atakumi, and Hartlepool are trailing Bibiani Gold Stars by 1-2. Gold Stars have turned things around. Lovely ball to begin with from Eduku. When Ben Baba took his bike, he had one option on his mind, to locate Atakumi, and he made no mistake. Atakumi, 6 goals this season, and it's Hartlepool 1, Gold Stars 2.
Very excellent, the three forwards once again combining to get the goal. Brilliant pass there from Samson Eduku. Barry Baba took it on the bounce, got into the penalty area. The cutback was brilliant, and Atakumi lurking just behind the penalty spot, pushed it to the left corner of the goalpost, beyond the reach of Benjamin Asari.
I tell you what, this boy loves to score against Hartlepool. He just loves to score against Hartlepool. In the Gauka Top 4, when Hartlepool drew 2-2 with Gold Stars, he scored. Last season, when Gold Stars beat Hartlepool 1-0 en route to winning the Premier League, he scored. And now he's got a brace against the Phobians, and this guy is on fire. He's scored 6 goals already in 7 match days in the Premier League.
He's always causing trouble. He understands the game. He knows exactly what to do, and he brilliantly puts together a very wonderful performance. Always the go-to man for Gold Stars. Substitution time for Gold Stars. Kelvin Opon will come in, likely to take the place of Vincent Atenga Adai. He's shown leadership and given a captain's performance. Samuel Champon in for Razak Sanu. Nana Mankwa, the acting head coach of Gold Stars, wants to fix things even before Hartlepool think about getting back into the game. Confirmation of a scoreline. Hearts 1, Gold Stars 2. Double by Samo Atakumi after Mawuli Ewayo had given the Phobians the lead in the first half.
That's quite surprising, the substitutions I'm saying. Maybe Vincent Atenga with tired legs. Nana Mankwa doesn't want to take chances. And he's brought on a player who had a very perfect understanding.
Paku's ball in, and again Kelvin Opon had to arrive at the right place at the right time to get that ball away. Hartlepool quickly want to get back into this game. First time conceding this season, and they've gone on to concede a second goal this season. Corner to be taken by George Paku. Paku swings one to the near post and is headed away by Ofori. Here is Hussein. Atakumi looks unstoppable this afternoon. He's up against Amankwa Befi. Clever play from Atakumi. Konto. Ajman. Kelvin Opon. Berimaba, the most effective and efficient Gold Stars player in the second half. Eduku tries one from a distance and is wayward. He collided with Opon Frane when he tried to execute that one. Those Stars of the corner, but it's concern for Afrani, who has stayed down but gets back on his feet.
Gold Stars growing in confidence every single minute of the game. They are testing Hearts of Oak more. They are creating chances, they are creating spaces.
So Hearts of Oak have brought on Baba for Afrani. Baba Damu, he started in last week's game against Chelsea. Gold Stars looking for a third and they just missed the one. Hearts of Oak under some pressure now.
That was a very good delivery, not the very best of connections to the ball. Philip Ofori there, but it was Samson Eduku who wanted to at least find the target, but unfortunately for him, he's really paid his dues since coming on. Very combative.
Reckless challenge by Samson Eduku on Rocky Jamina. Very clumsy challenge. Needless from Eduku. Right to hand him the yellow card. Good decision by Julian Nunu.
In an area where Rocky Jamina wasn't going anywhere. He shouldn't have stuck his foot in there. He just sold it to him and he's bought it. He's going to walk a tightrope now as a man who had been high pressing and causing the Phobians to pass the ball early and lose it easily. It hasn't been the same. Hearts of Oak seem to be stunned. You're surprised how the second half has taken a different turn.
Didi Dramani is an unhappy man. First time conceding. Gone on to concede 2. Yellow card to Bibiani Gold Stars Samson Eduku for that reckless challenge on Rocky Jamina. So Hearts of Oak looks to be going with a 3-back system now. After the exit of Afrani, Adamu have stepped into that role. Gets the ball in. Esubontain. Here is Asma. Baba Damu for Hearts of Oak. Mensah swings in across. Kobe has missed and Hearts of Oak have the equalizer. The Phobians are back in business and it's George Paku who brings Hearts of Oak level pegging here at the Accra Sports Stadium. That delivery from Mensah was exquisite and the connection from Paku just awesome. Hearts of Oak 2, Gold Stars 2.
Once again, Ranford Mensah bringing his quality to bear. Very excellent delivery, was pinpoint. But Emmanuel Kobe should have been first to that. The goalkeeper was late to it and George Paku was not going to wait for him. Cleverly connecting to that ball to find the net for the Phobians, even with 10 men. Look at that delivery. Sweet there. But Kobe missed it and Paku knew he had the goal at his mercy and his Spanish Gold Stars.
George Paku steps up for the Phobians. Big 20 minutes to play for. 4 goals already produced in this game. Thrilling fixture we're witnessing. Here is Kunto. Arjiman. Flag goes up for offside against Edward Arjiman.
Well, Edward Arjiman was too quick to that and was expecting Takumi to lay a better pass for him. But it was too quick, and that was poor decision making from Samuel Arjiman.
Hearts of Oak have effected another substitution. Gordon Kujo has gone in to replace Rocky Jamina. Kujo came off the bench and had an impressive performance against Brecum Chelsea last weekend at the Golden City Park. And we've got some 19 more minutes to play for. Hearts 2, Gold Stars 2.
Well, Atafo gradually walking into the game with confidence after getting the second goal and the equalizer. They'll be pushing for a third.
Kujo's ball in, cleared by Kelvin. Upon Adamu. Asma. Kujo. Adamu surges forward, goes past Barry Maba, finds Mensah. A shot late for that one. But Mensah does well to retrieve possession. With another cross, Hamza is lurking. Chance for Hazabok. Paku again, but this time not powerful enough to get the Phobians the lead here. Hussein. Asma. Kujo. Asma goes past Eduku, trying to dink one to Esubontin, and Anaba comes in with a header. Eduku is pushed down by Kujo. Hatsabok concedes a free kick.
Very good and experienced play there from Eduku. Once he got hold of the ball, he made sure he prevented Kujo from having anything on it. A free kick for Gold Stars to cool down. The pressure from the Phobians was telling on them, giving so many balls away.
Edward Arjiman nearly got to end of it after skipping past Kujo. George Paku. Cross intercepted by Anaba. It's a corner for Hatsabok. Pushing for the third goal.
Kobe knows that is dangerous from the set pieces.
Paku swings one to the near post. Kobe missed and Gordon Kujo equally missed, but there was a final touch from a Gold Stars player. It ends up as a corner. Well taken delivery by Josh Paku.
Very brilliant piece there from Paku, but upon knew the danger and the lacking Hartlepool players at far post, putting it out. Force making pressure on Gold Stars.
Josh Paku to take the corner again. And Paku delivers. Referee flags up because the ball had already crossed the line before coming in. It's obvious, just going all the way before Kobe made that contact. 75 minutes at the Accra Sports Stadium. Hatsabok 2, Bibiani Gold Stars 2.
It's been an interesting second half so far. The Phobians have picked up again after Gold Stars got themselves the 2 goals to get up. The equalizer seems to have changed the game again. And Hatsabok back in dominance. Gold Stars once again chasing shadows, and it's not getting easy for them.
I've seen Nuno take out his yellow card and he's flashed it to Berima Ba. Berima dejected.
Well, he felt that was a dive there from Osesibe, but clearly he went in to stamp on his foot. He has no excuse to get free from the yellow card.
Berima Ba, who worked tirelessly for that second goal, goes into the books of Julian Nuno. Bayfi can't keep it in. The assistant referee was right there. Bayfi disagrees, but it is what it is.
It was late trying to keep the ball in play. That already gone out. The assistant referee knew he couldn't allow him to proceed.
SB will seek some explanations from Julian Nuno why the waste of time, because Berima Ba is already on the pitch and expecting that he goes off. Berima still on the pitch, refusing to go onto the stretcher to be taken off, but eventually he goes on it.
Interesting there. Look at that delivery from Ransford Mensah. Sweet. Kobe misjudged it. And George Parker was in the right place at the right time at the edge of the goalkeeper's area. And it was an easy ball for him to just direct home for the second goal. Kobe will be ruining his stars when he goes back to watch this.
It's been coming because Kobe has not taken command of his area. He's missed some aerial balls. He's miscalculated, he's misjudged, and he's paid for this one big time as George Paku takes full advantage of his miscalculation and misjudgment. Kote loses out. Here is Paku. Was looking for a Subontin, but Kelvin Opon will shield the ball out for a goal kick.
Very good defensive work there coming from Kelvin Opon. Subontin has brought some life into this game, much more energy, causing trouble running in and around the Gold Stars defense.
Bayfi's cross. Anaba's header. Kobe will get it away with a fist. Hatsabok leaving nothing to chance. That's the delivery from Bayfi, pinpoint, but that defender Anaba was right there to stop any major problems. Again, Kobe is called out to action. Very busy goalkeeper in the second half.
He's been a very busy goalkeeper. You can see the sun is right into his eyes. He's not taking any chances.
Disappointing one coming from Gordon Kujo, the newly introduced right back. So he moves to the defensive part of the right wing and Bayfi goes on the offensive. Confirmation of substitution. Gold Stars will bring it on Emmanuel Ankra as well as Emmanuel Cheifosu. Cheifosu takes the place of Berima Ba, and then Emmanuel Ankra will take the place of Emmanuel Kunto. It's very obvious Nana Mankwa would want some stability at the back as we enter into the last 10 minutes. Cheifosu, a midfielder, and he takes off Berima Ba. He wants some stability We'll see how it goes from here on.
While they want more control, try, create, and find Atakumi in those areas. He's a man they need to be feeding a lot more.
Just caught in that offside trap in an attempt to weave his way and grab a hat trick. Baba Adamu. Cheifosu loses possession. Here is Asma for Hearts. Paco. Esubonten. Not on the same page with Beatty, but even the technique in trying to execute that ball to get to Beatty went really wrong for Esubonten. He tried the outside of his foot. Beatty was not tracking on for that ball, but even if it did, Esubonten got it wrong.
Subonte right there, trying to make the very best out of it, but that was a very poor pass. You think of a first, I don't know why he was rushing to make that pass.
Edward Ajiman. Atakumi controls, the flag goes up again for offside against Samuel Atakumi, the bracer.
That was very tight there. Goal Stars are looking to play through the man they can trust to hold up play and create lots of goal scoring opportunities for them.
Anaba called to action from the pressure of Hamza Isa. Corner, Goal Stars have some defending to do. Asasabok push for the third goal. George Parker to take. Parker swings the ball in. It's flicked away by Goal Stars. Ransford Mensah is asking the Rainbow Last to double up in enemy territory. Throw goes in, headed by Ankra. Cheifosu tries to clear it away, but doesn't travel far and has to walk up a throw.
That wasn't the best of clearances there from Cheifosu. He knew where he wanted to follow up.
Another clearance. Cheifosu again concedes a throw. Asma tries his luck from a distance and the ball has drifted wide for a goal kick.
Well, the idea and the intent was just to hit one direct at Kobe, but the effort was a bit feeble and off target. Try wasn't impressive as he would have expected.
Hearts up possession now. George Parker. He sees the run of Hamdisa, but Hussein will step up in that 18-yard box. He's out of there. Ball now falls to Asma. Now Mensah. Can he send a decent cross? He swings the ball in. Cleared away by Ajiman. Adamu. Asma. Poor pass. Again, it's a Sibe. He has the ball onto the part of Eduku. Paku is charging down on Eduku, and he does well to get the ball away from Eduku for a throw into Goal Stars.
The experience play there from Samson Eduku, holding on to play, not in a rush to make the pass. George Paku rushing on. And he's just playing the ball out for throwing for Goal Stars, who will be very much happy. They will take all the time in the world to effect this. Edward Ajiman knows that he shouldn't be in a rush for this.
But he gets a yellow card for deliberate time wasting. This uncalled for. You called for it and you had it.
And that's a needless yellow card there from Edward Ajiman. He should have had a better approach to the ball.
That's a flick on by Eduku. Not the best, but 5 more minutes to go. It's Gold Stars and Azabok drawing at the Accra Sports Stadium. Edward Ajiman, yellow carded for time wasting. Esibe wins the foul for Azabok.
At this point in time, you would want your players to have all the concentration, put in their very best.
Ofori concedes, but he's getting the better of Ransford Mensah. Cheifosu. Ofori's ball to no Gold Stars player. Ajiman has moved in a more advanced role in this second half. He played with so much concentration on defensive duties in the first half, but he's almost always been seen in the Azabok area in this second half. Kujo. Good defending from Kelvin Opon. Cheifosu. Eduku. Atakumi. He wins the free kick. He invited the challenge from Asma, and Asma just went into it.
Clever play there from Atakumi. He knew exactly what he wanted. Made that turn. And once he was held on to by Asma, just put himself on the ground. Good position for Gold Stars to test half to foot.
87 minutes at the Accra Sports Stadium. Sunday special in the Ghana Premier League. Hatsawok drawing 2-2 with the defending league champions, the Bibiani Gold Stars. They came from a goal down to lead by 2-1, and the Phobians equalized through George Parku's header. Corner. That's a free kick for Gold Stars. No. Ofori bends one in, but Paku has sit down. Kote. That's wayward from the midfielder. Amon Kote.
He wasn't going to be lucky like he did at the dance back when he hit one that was difficult to pick up. By Lawrence to say, this was always rising and not even going to test the goalkeeper.
Atakumi, the good skill to look for Kote, but it's Ajiman. Amon Kote. Golden Kujo with some commanding tackle there. It will be 5 additional minutes, 5 minutes of additional time, and they'll be all to play for. A clever play from cross comes in. So that's the confirmation of the additional time. Paku's cross. Cheifosu's ball in. Cujo. Esibe. Cross goes in, and again, Gold Stars desperately trying to prevent the Phobians from causing any problems. Kelvin Opon had to step up for this one.
Once again, very good delivery coming in. And it was Paco collected right behind Kelvin Opon. Indeed, who was behind him? The goalkeeper, very much appreciative of that clearance from his centre back.
George Paco. Not the best of deliveries from Paco. Big, the centre back. Esibe struggling to get something positive on that one.
Paco with his outswingers from the corner kicks hasn't been impressive. But for his in-swingers, they've been very much brilliant. I don't know whether Ransford should have opted for the corner kicks on the right-hand side of the Phobians' attack.
We're 3 minutes away from the end of the game here at the Accra Sports Stadium. Asma. Esibe makes a mistake, but he doesn't get punished for it. Cujo. Asare wants to join the action, but that pass intercepted by Kelvin Opon. Here is Hussein. Good pass, but the flag is up for offside against Bayfi. A decision that has met resistance from the Phobians. They think it shouldn't have been an offside, but clearly Bayfi was lurking in that offside position.
Local Bayfi clearly not happy with that. It was very tight. The assistant referee was close to the action, and he just had to raise his flag. Not seeing many rounds from Bayfi throughout this game, but for the few times he's gone forward, he's been very dangerous on the right-hand side of the Phobians' attack.
Here's Adamu. We are into the final seconds of this fixture here at the Accra Sports Stadium. Hearts of Oak and Gold Stars drawing 2-2. It's Bontain, Adamu, Ransford Mensah. Can they get a final minute goal? Chance for Hearts. Gold Stars clear their lines. Cujo with a drive. Somewhere, somehow, Bayfi stopped that drive, but it comes back to Cujo. Dinks 1-2, Bayfi. And this should be it. Gold Stars have a goal kick as Kelvin Opon looks to have wrapped it up for Bibiani Gold Stars. Any moment from now, Julian Nunu will whistle for the end of the game. That's the final whistle from Julian Nunu. Hartlepool failed to beat Gold Stars once again here at the Accra Sports Stadium. They scored first through. Come on! Mauli Wayo. Gold Stars came back and got 2 goals through. Samuel Atakumi. George Paku came off the bench to grab the equalizer. The both tried to get the match winner, but they defended so well. And Atakumi has given a man of the match performance after those 2 goals of his. Hence, Gold Stars a precious point away from home. That's 6 goals for Atakumi in 7 Premier League games this season. Great game by Atakumi. He's won the man of the match. He's exhibited quality throughout the game, and it's fair to say he's been the best player for today's fixture.
Well, he's been an excellent player. They always hope that he offers them lots in attack, and every single time he's delivered, scoring twice in very poor positions to give them.
Full time at the Accra Sports Stadium. Hartlepool 2, Gold Stars 2.
What a game of football we've witnessed here at the Accra Sports Stadium in match day 7 of the Ghana Premier League between Hartlepool and Bibiani Gold Stars, and it ended in a stalemate 2-2 the final score here, and both teams are going away with 1 point each. You're still watching TV3 and on your TV, and this is the Ghana Premier League. My name is Mutale Akubi. I've been joined by the head coach of Bibiani Gold Stars, Nana Yamankwa. Coach, what a game we've witnessed. You said it was you were going to shock Hartlepool, and you indeed did that. First team to score 2 goals against the Phobians this season. How would you rate the performance of your boys?
Yeah, I already told you that our boys are now picking very well, and we know we are going to do well in this game. So no wonder they did well.
Okay, now the first half you started a bit slowly, you conceded, but what was the message in the second half? Because you were explosive in that second 45 minutes.
Yeah, we know that second half we changed the strategy, and then we know we can break them when we get the ball. The counter break will be very well for us, and that is why we employ. We know that they are weak in countering, and then we just take our opportunity from there.
Now, one of the players you speak highly of is Samuel Atakumi. He got 2 goals here. How important is to this goal star setup?
Yeah. Atakumi now is in form. He's one of the top players now in the season. I think he deserves a lot. He deserves a lot. He's now working very hard, and we are very grateful for him. And then he did very, very well. Yeah.
Now, finally, you've gotten a draw here, but what must change getting into match day 8?
Yeah. No, nothing can change. We're just going to prepare, and we present a very good team, and then we just go forward.
Coach, wish you all the best in your future games there. Coach Nanaya Mankwa, the interim and assistant coach of Bibiani Gold Stars, because they do not have a substantive coach at the moment. Remember that they parted ways with Frimpong Manso. I will shortly be joined by the head coach of Hartlepool, Masood Didi Dramani. Coach, it ended 2-2 here. First of all, do you think the result is a fair reflection of what we saw?
Oh, I think no. We definitely should have won the game. You know, hands down. First 15 minutes, we should have we created some very decent opportunity chances. But I think still we need to improve on our decision making in the final third to pick out the right options at very decisive moments.
The first half was a different story. You played well, got a goal. What really happened in the second half? Because you seem to have capitulated.
No, I think even in the second half, we still dominated play. We were playing the game in their half, and then we have always known that they will be very dangerous in terms of their transitional play. All the 2 goals were from transitional play. When we lost our balance, it's when they capitalized on, and also we also had some injuries, which also was a factor for us to change something when we needed to change at that time. But it's also part of the game.
Now, these are the first 2 sets of goals you've considered this season. You had to wait till match day 7. What needs to change going into your next game?
Of course, we need to make right decisions. Sometimes the decisions we make on and off the ball need to be improved, and there's a lot to still improve. We are a team in the development phases, and then we are progressive. I think that we need to improve so many aspects. I have always mentioned that there's a lot to continuously improve.
Coach, all the best to you and the team going into your future games. Coach Masood Didi Dramani, the head coach of Hartlepool. The most valuable player in today's game, Samuel Atakumi. He won. He was the top scorer for Bibiani Gold Stars last season, and he scored 2 goals here. And there was 2 goals. But game Nankasano, saying Edemamo.
I think it's a good game, a good game.
When you win, my draw. But first half, at the end of the day, so second half, then a coach catch them a changing my performance.
Game plan, a game plan, so first half, no more who well. So second half, no more than my boy. Put into your court dressing room. The coach catching a second half.
Now, for me, 4 goals now, shame. First one, no. Born a room, no. Now, be anywhere. Then I would to me and who say, boy, you better to how we musa.
A teamwork at tiny training grounds. So they rounds now. Number one, no, semi cutting. I'm finishing team. Okay. We are say training grounds. Yeah.
And the second goal as well. Obia a cock a year post. Unkwan our pelico. I don't know if I'm a film, but the sender who say, boy, you better be.
A brilliant strike, mammy. Say cut back. Meaning said definitely no back at time back. Coming and practice Sanuma winner. It's definitely do, and I'm say back at back. No, say Michelle Chiriman and I'm cutting.
I want someone you're drawing there, but at the end, about team going into match day 8.
And I hope they open for money in your own bear.
Now, this year, so we are sure say Uber Jigo can and also finish as top scorer for Gold Stars.
Too early to know more games were in.
Samuel Atakumi there, the most valuable player in today's game. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, Alfred Nelson and Kelvin Owusu will join me for the full-time analysis.